Welcome to the deep dive. Have you ever had that feeling, that there's something more, a deeper layer to reality, maybe just beyond what we normally see? What if our minds and the world out there were actually, well, way more connected than we usually think? Today, we're taking a really fascinating deep dive into something called co-emergent wisdom. It's a concept that might just help unravel some huge questions about existence itself. And we've got some incredible source material for this. We're talking tantric texts, sutras, insights from amazing Mahamudra masters like Nagarjuna, Tilopa, Gampopa, heavy hitters. So our mission today is to unpack what this co-emergent wisdom actually means. Why is it so important? And the real exciting part, how might you even start to find it for yourself?
Exactly. It's a concept that offers a pretty unique view on reality and consciousness. It really pushes back against our usual ideas of separation. It's framed as a kind of shortcut, suggesting the ultimate truth isn't somewhere else, distant. It's right here, woven into our experience. Get ready for maybe a few aha moments.
Okay, let's dive in. Co-emergence. What does that actually mean? It sounds like happening together, but I sense there's more to it.
There is. Fundamentally, co-emergence points to non-separateness, a radical non-separateness. Our sources explain it as this great wisdom that's present in both samsara, the cycle of existence, suffering, all that, and in nirvana, liberation.
Okay.
It talks about the mind's nature being luminous, empty, all-pervading, like space, vast.
Okay, luminous and empty.
And here's the really mind-bending part. Mental images, what we think of as in here and external things out there, they aren't actually separate. The nature of your mind and the nature of the world, identical.
Wow. So not like mind first, world second, or even side by side.
No cause and effect in that linear way. They arise together, simultaneously. Precisely. Texts like the Tantra of realizing non-duality's essence put it very simply. That which arises simultaneously is called co-emergent. And Indra Bodhi's commentary adds that transient phenomena, things that change, and immutable reality, the unchanging nature, they arise at the same time. It's not A leads to B. It's just A, B together.
That really shifts things. So if it's non-conceptual, beyond words, how on earth do we even begin to grasp something like that? It feels slippery.
It is slippery for the conceptual mind. That's the point. The texts are very clear. You can't fully express it in words, can't write it down adequately. It defies concepts. But it can be experienced directly through what they call self-aware wisdom.
Self-aware wisdom.
Yeah, think of the praise to the mother. Indeterminate and indivisible, like space. Emptiness cannot be expressed in words, but can be comprehended with self-aware wisdom. Tilopa said something similar. This mind is nothing other than self-aware wisdom. It remains beyond words and thoughts. It's a direct knowing.
Okay, direct knowing. The texts use analogies, though, right, to give us some kind of handhold.
They do. Beautiful ones. Nagarjuna gave a great example. He said, the nature of sugar is sweetness. The nature of fire is heat. You can't separate them.
Right, they're inherent.
Exactly. And then he extends that. The nature of phenomena is emptiness. And crucially, relative truth is emptiness. And emptiness is inseparable from the relative world. Without one, there is no other. So things appearing and their empty nature, intertwined, like the sun and its light, or sandalwood and its scent. You can't have one without the other.
Okay, that helps. Emptiness not as nothing, but as inseparable nature. Like sweetness is the nature of sugar.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's not a void, it's the lack of inherent independent existence. Things exist but interdependently arising together. That's the emptiness. It's potentiality.
Got it. And this connects to the idea of Dharmakaya. Can you unpack that term a bit for us?
Sure. Dharmakaya is often translated as the truth body. Think of it as the ultimate unconditioned reality, the essence. And Chögyam explained that the nature of mind is Dharmakaya. So your own mind's true nature is that ultimate reality.
Their mind, really?
Yes. And all the thoughts, concepts, ideas arising in the mind. He called them waves of Dharmakaya. So the non-separateness of Dharmakaya, the ocean, and its arising waves, thoughts that non-separateness is co-emergent wisdom. The empty nature of mind isn't blank. It's the very source.
Okay, wow. So the mind isn't just the container, it's the source and the waves.
In essence, yes. Its nature is the source.
The source material then looks at this wisdom through different lenses, doesn't it? To give us more angles.
It does. It's helpful to think about it in terms of three aspects.
Okay.
The basis, the path, and the fruit. The basis is that luminous essence of mind we talked about. It's inherently there in everyone, like a potential. Maybe hidden, but present.
A seed.
Kind of. Then the path is, well, the practices, teachings, reflection, meditation that help you realize that basis. Developing the right view, seeing through illusion.
And the fruit.
The fruit is the full realization, when that basis is fully uncovered and lived, continuously. Basis, path, fruit, describing the whole journey of awakening to what's already there.
And beyond those aspects, I remember reading about different types of co-emergent wisdom being mentioned.
Yes, the Tantra of realizing non-duality's essence mentions 3 types, which is quite interesting. 1, there's co-emergent wisdom arising from transforming intense states, like sexual excitement, sometimes called dissolution of bodhicitta, using intense energy to see its empty nature.
Okay, that's unexpected.
It is. 2, there's the co-emergent wisdom of the basis, that fundamental, empty, luminous nature of mind itself, the ground state. And 3, what's called the true co-emergent wisdom, the complete non-separateness of bliss and emptiness, the full integration.
So these types, they show different ways it can manifest or be realized, even through intense worldly stuff.
Exactly. It shows how broad this is. It's not just about quiet meditation. It's about the fundamental nature of all experience, even the intense ones. The basis is always there, and the true wisdom integrates everything.
Which leads to a really important question. Can ordinary people, like us listening right now, actually experience this, even without mastering all these concepts? Is it accessible?
Absolutely crucial point. The texts are adamant. Co-emergent wisdom is inherent in everyone's mind stream. Whether you realize it or not, it's always on. But, there's a but. Sarah had that great line. A blind person in a dark house may light hundreds of lamps, but they will be of no use to him.
So the light's there.
The light's always there. Shavarippa adds, even if the sun is not covered by clouds, the blind person remains in darkness. Our own lack of awareness or conceptual filters, they act like blindfolds.
So the potential is universal, but we need to learn how to see.
Precisely. The path is about removing those obscurations, learning to see what's already present.
Okay, this is where we get practical. If it's always here, how do we start? How do we remove the blindfold? The sources lay out 3 approaches, right?
They do. And these are about direct experience, moving beyond just thinking about it, getting your hands dirty, so to speak.
All right, approach 1.
Co-emergence of mind. This starts with calming the mind. The practice of shamatha, calm abiding. You let the mind settle. Just rest naturally. Without chasing thoughts, without judging good or bad, just letting it be.
Letting the mental chatter just settle down.
Exactly. And in that settled state, even really complex thoughts or emotions start to naturally devolve back into the mind's basic nature.
And it's not just blankness you said earlier?
Definitely not blankness. It's not dull. When the mind settles, it reveals its inherent luminosity. It feels open, boundless, self-aware. From that stable, calm base, the shamatha, you then engage in vipassana, insight, analytical investigation into the mind's nature itself.
So calm first, then looking.
Well, the texts like the Ornament of Sutras say first achieve stability, then proceed to analysis.
Yeah.
But experientially,
They blend together.
they really become inseparable. Calm allows insight to arise clearly, and insight deepens the calm. It's a unified process, not really step 1, step 2.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And realizing this nature of mind, that's samadhi.
Yes, samadhi, meditative concentration. And remember, the texts use all those terms for this nature. Dharmakaya, great bliss, bodhicitta, Buddha nature, co-emergent wisdom. The Sutra of the King of Meditative Stability puts it simply. Samadhi implies understanding the unbornness of the mind's nature, realizing it's like space, unconditioned, beyond concepts.
Are born like space. Okay. Now, the second approach sounds even more radical. It involves our emotions, even the difficult ones.
It does. Co-emergence of thought. This one can feel quite counterintuitive. Again, you start by settling the mind. Then you intentionally let a strong, disturbing emotion arise, say anger or intense desire.
Intentionally. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the key is you contemplate that emotional state directly without getting lost in the story, the concepts, the judgments about it, just the raw feeling.
So not suppressing it, not analyzing why I'm angry, just feeling the anger itself.
Exactly. You let it be there, observe its energy, without clinging to it or pushing it away. You hold it in awareness until you directly realize it has no solid independent existence on its own.
It just arises and passes, like a wave.
Like a wave on the ocean of mind. And realizing that the nature of mind and the nature of the emotion are inseparable, arising together, that's the co-emergent wisdom of thought. Mitripa's teaching really captures this. Disturbing emotions are wisdom, and thoughts that self-liberate are wisdom.
Disturbing emotions are wisdom. That's huge.
It is. It implies thoughts themselves, in their essence, are dharmakaya. The Kagyu school emphasizes this don't stop thoughts, understand their nature. There's that incredibly radical line from the sutra demonstrating the unbornness of all phenomena. The nature of passionate desire is nirvana. Enlightenment is present in all disturbing emotional states. There is no difference between lust and enlightenment.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. No difference between lust and enlightenment. How do we even begin to understand that without it sounding like justification for anything?
It's provocative, isn't it? It's about the nature of the experience, not the content or the actions that might follow. The raw energy, seen clearly without conceptual overlay, reveals the same empty, luminous quality as enlightenment. It points to that non-separateness of samsara and nirvana. Nagarjuna said it clearly. Between samsara and nirvana, no differences can be found. They have the same nature. It's not about escaping samsara to nirvana. They co-emerge. The difference is recognition or ignorance.
Recognition versus ignorance.
Exactly. And the texts warn us here. Don't think you have to eliminate certain thoughts to find Dharmakaya that denies that thoughts are Dharmakaya, in essence. And don't think Dharmakaya depends on your intellectual grasp of it. It's like saying the sun needs your eyes to exist. It's present whether you understand it conceptually or not.
Right. It's about direct seeing, not just figuring it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, mind thoughts. What about the outside world? The third approach.
Co-emergence of manifestation. This takes it outward. Our perception of the world, as we've touched on, comes from habits, karmic imprints. So again, settle the mind. Then you contemplate an external object, a flower, a sound, maybe just the feeling of your feet on the floor.
Focusing outwards now?
Yes. Focus on the manifestation itself, not just your mind's perception of it. Observe it directly, without layering concepts and labels, true, red, good, bad. Just the raw perception. Gradually, you start to see that this external manifestation also lacks that solid, independent existence we usually project onto it.
Like the dream analogy you mentioned. Feels real, but its nature isn't solid.
Exactly like the dream analogy. The waking world, in terms of inherent existence, is similar. It appears, yes, sustained by our karmic habits, but it's not solid and independent in the way it seems. This is meditating on the non-separateness of emptiness and manifestation, seeing they aren't two different things.
Which brings us back to the Heart Sutra.
Precisely. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Form is nothing other than emptiness. Emptiness is nothing other than form. That's the core realization here. When you really get that the perceiver, mind, and the perceived phenomena are non-separate, both empty in nature, arising together, that's realizing co-emergence and manifestation.
So it really means our ordinary life, seeing, hearing, touching, that can all be the path. We don't need special circumstances.
Absolutely. The Tantra of Perfect Unity explicitly encourages this. Maintain awareness without distractions, contemplating material objects, listening to sounds, experiencing various tastes. By doing these everyday things with this kind of non-conceptual awareness, seeing the inseparability, we become yogins. Mundane life becomes the ground for profound insight every moment.
Wow. Okay. So let's try and wrap this up. What's the big takeaway here? This deep dive into co-emergent wisdom. It feels like it fundamentally shifts how we see everything. It's challenging us to look past the surface, isn't it? Whether it's our own mind, our feelings, the world around us, it's saying it's all interconnected, arising together, not separate pieces.
That's the heart of it, the true nature of mind, this ultimate reality. It isn't some far-off goal you have to strive for years to reach. It's not even just a concept. It's the inherent quality of everything right now. Empty, luminous, always present, always accessible. It's a huge shift from seeing things as dualistic, good, bad, mind, matter, mid-world, Samsara, Nirvana, to seeing a fundamental unity.
That idea of it being a shortcut, it makes sense now. The truth isn't out there, it's right here, co-emergent.
Exactly. It's already here.
And the most powerful part, maybe, is that this isn't just some ancient philosophy lesson. It feels like a direct invitation, an invitation to discover this in our own lives just by changing how we relate to our experience.
It is. It's entirely practical. So maybe a final thought to leave you with, something to chew on. If samsara, all the struggles, the confusion, the suffering, and nirvana, peace, liberation, wisdom, if they are truly co-emergent, truly inseparable, what does that really imply about our struggles, about our search for peace? What happens if we stop trying so hard to escape to somewhere else or achieve some separate state, and instead learn to recognize the wisdom that's already present, co-emerging within whatever arises right now?
A really powerful question to ponder. Thank you for joining us on this, well, incredibly deep dive into co-emergent wisdom. Until next time, keep exploring.